Welcome to another episode of our educational podcast, where we dive into the fascinating world of science. Today, we will embark on an exciting journey through nature, focusing specifically on plants. We will learn about how they grow, the environments they thrive in, and the crucial role they play in our world. Whether you're an adventurous learner or just curious about how things work, get ready for some enlightening insights about the green wonders around us. Let's kick things off by understanding what plants need to grow. Every plant needs a few essential things. First and foremost, they require sunlight. Sunlight is like food for plants, it provides the energy they need to thrive. Additionally, plants need water not just to drink but to flourish. They also need air, particularly carbon dioxide, which they take in through tiny openings in their leaves called stomata. But wait, there's more. Nutrients from the soil are vital too. Soil is filled with minerals like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, which are necessary for healthy plant growth. It's fascinating how all these elements come together to support life. Now, let's explore the process by which plants create their own food: photosynthesis. Can you imagine being able to make your own food just by standing in the sun? That's exactly what plants do. Through photosynthesis, they convert sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into glucose, a type of sugar that provides them energy, and oxygen, which is something we need to breathe. This process takes place mainly in the leaves of the plant, where chlorophyll, the green pigment, captures sunlight. Isn't it amazing how plants not only sustain themselves but also produce the oxygen we breathe? Next, let's talk about the parts of a plant. Every plant is made up of several key parts: roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and seeds. The roots are particularly important as they anchor the plant into the ground and absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Without strong roots, plants would be unable to stand tall or gather the essential resources they need from the earth. The stems act like highways within the plant, moving water and nutrients up from the roots to the leaves and flowers. The leaves, as we've mentioned, are where photosynthesis occurs, transforming sunlight into energy. Flowers play a critical role in plant reproduction by producing seeds, often after a beautiful display of colors that attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Speaking of flowers, did you know there are different types of trees? There are deciduous trees and evergreen trees. Deciduous trees lose their leaves in the fall, which helps them conserve water and energy during the cold winter months when water is scarce. They grow new leaves in the spring. On the other hand, evergreen trees keep their needle-like leaves all year round. This adaptation helps them to retain moisture and survive harsh conditions. Moving on, let's talk about how plants reproduce. There are two main ways for plants to create new life: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves seeds and requires the process of pollination, where pollen from the male part of the flower is transferred to the female part. This process leads to the formation of seeds, which can grow into new plants. Meanwhile, asexual reproduction allows some plants to make clones of themselves through structures like runners, bulbs, or even cuttings. This is nature's way of ensuring that plants can thrive in various environments. Now, let's shift gears and discuss the importance of plants globally. Did you know that plants are essential for life on Earth? They provide us with oxygen through photosynthesis and serve as a food source, giving us fruits, vegetables, and essential grains. Besides that, they offer shelter in materials like wood and cotton. Plants also help in preventing soil erosion, regulate the water cycle, and absorb carbon dioxide, which is crucial in managing climate change. This all shows how deeply interconnected we are with the natural world around us. Let's delve into the journey of a seed. Germination is the magical process where a seed begins to grow into a new plant. For a seed to germinate, it requires water, oxygen, and the right temperature. Once a seed absorbs water, its coat breaks open, and the first part to emerge is called the radicle, or embryonic root, which grows downward into the soil. Following that, the shoot will emerge, working its way upward toward the sunlight. This process reveals the incredible resilience and determination of plants as they push through the soil to reach for the light. Now, let's explore forests and their three main types: tropical rainforests, temperate forests, and boreal forests. Tropical rainforests are known for their warm and wet conditions, hosting a spectacularly high level of biodiversity. Temperate forests experience all four seasons and include both deciduous and evergreen trees. Lastly, boreal forests, also known as taiga, are cold and primarily composed of coniferous trees. Did you know that tropical rainforests boast the highest biodiversity? They are truly amazing places filled with numerous species of plants, animals, and insects. Sometimes, we think of plants as just those that grow in soil and need sunlight. Yet, have you ever heard of carnivorous plants? These remarkable plants, like the Venus flytrap and pitcher plant, trap and digest insects to obtain nutrients, especially nitrogen, in poor soil conditions. Although they eat insects, they still perform photosynthesis for energy like other plants. This adaptation allows them to thrive in unique environments where nutrients are limited. Finally, let's discuss how plants respond to their environment. Plants are fascinating because they can sense their surroundings and grow accordingly. This ability is often observed through a phenomenon called tropism. For instance, phototropism is when a plant grows toward light, ensuring it can maximize photosynthesis. Gravitropism is another type, directing roots to grow downward and shoots upward in response to gravity. There's also thigmotropism, which occurs when plants grow in response to touch. Think of vines wrapping around a trellis or any sort of support they can find. It shows the incredible adaptability of plants as they navigate their environment. Throughout this lesson, we've explored the requirements for plant growth, the process of photosynthesis, the main parts of a plant, the different types of trees, and much more about how plants interact with their environment. It's remarkable how plants play a vital role in maintaining life on Earth, contributing to the air we breathe and the food we eat. To summarize, we've learned a lot about how integral plants are to our world. They need sunlight, water, air, and nutrients to grow, and they create their own food through a fascinating process called photosynthesis. We discussed the different parts of plants, how they reproduce, and the various types of forests in our ecosystem. Furthermore, we discovered the significance of plants in providing us with oxygen, food, and materials, while also looking at their unique adaptations, such as carnivorous plants and their various growth responses to environmental stimuli. Plants are truly remarkable, and understanding them helps us appreciate the natural world more. Thank you for joining us today on this enlightening journey through the world of plants and nature. We hope you found it interesting and have a deeper appreciation for the green life surrounding us. As always, continue exploring the wonders of nature and keep your curiosity alive. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.